What's up, YouTube? Thank you for tuning into my video. If you didn't see my previous video on what will make a lot of anime better, there's a link down in the description. Please check it out. If you did see that video, you won't be surprised by a lot of things I'm about to say. Without further ado, here are the 5 reasons of why Vegeta is a better character than Goku. Reason number 5. Vegeta doesn't spend half the show dead. Like, really, Goku is dead for maybe half the show is a little bit of exaggeration, but he's dead for a large portion of the show. And he's still around. He's still in the episodes and everything, but he's dead. Like, I feel like that to me, I don't know, there's something about that always bothered me. Maybe it didn't bother a lot of you guys, but for me, it really made a difference. Number 4, Vegeta shows more emotion. Like, yeah, Goku gets angry, and a lot of times he might gain a little bit of power or a power boost because he's angry. And he acts off of it, but Vegeta really acts off his emotions. You really get to see Vegeta delve into his inner self. You know, you get to see, you get a little more, you get a little more access to Vegeta's emotions. You get to see how he processes stuff, and you get to see how all of his life experiences have made him who he is. You know, you actually get to see Vegeta cry when he asked Goku to kill Frieza. Like, come on now. I can't think of a time you ever got to see Goku cry. Like, maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I've seen every episode of Dragon Ball Z, but maybe I'm missing something here. But I don't think you ever see Goku cry. You see Vegeta cry. For a character like Vegeta, that's really big, because Vegeta's built off of ego and bravado. And he actually cries in the show. Like, come on. Like, that is something. That is really something right there. Number 3, he's unpredictable. Like, in the beginning, Vegeta's a bad guy. You know he's a bad guy. But there's like, when you get to Planet Namek and the Frieza arc, there are little instances here and there, where like you're not so sure. Maybe Vegeta's turning good. Maybe he's not a bad guy. And especially where Goku finally gets back to Earth after the Frieza arc, and Vegeta's with everybody else just waiting around, dressed like a normal person. So, like, you're left wondering, like, is Vegeta a good guy now? You know, has he stopped wanting to kill everyone? And even in the future, when he, like, you know he's good, he turns bad again. So, like, he goes from being bad to good, to bad again, and then back to being good. That makes him a much more, I don't want to say likable character. Like, to me, more likable character, but he makes a more interesting character. You actually are very interested in what Vegeta might do next, simply because you don't know what Vegeta might do next. Number 2, he's more self-aware. Like, Vegeta has multiple instances in the show where he's very introspective and he has to like analyze his own weaknesses. And it helps that Goku's the strongest character in the show, because throughout the entire show, all Vegeta has to do is look at Goku and see, wow, this is where I need to improve. Why is this guy so much stronger than me? And so you see that throughout the entire show, where he's constantly looking at himself and being like, I'm not strong enough, or I'm not this, or, you know, I don't care about my friends or family enough. Like, at one point in time, he says that's why Goku is stronger than him, because he cares about people more. And that takes a lot of self-awareness, which maybe Goku never has to be self-aware because he's the same person throughout the entire show. But Vegeta does have to be self-aware. He shows you that aspect of him, and I think that makes him a better character. And number 1, he's not stupid. Like, I mean, I'm joking. That's not the number reason, but like, in all seriousness, for a second, we can all admit Goku's kind of dumb. Like, he is kind of dumb, which it makes him, you know, kind of like the jokester, and makes him likable, but he's still dumb. Anyway, the real reason, number 1. Vegeta develops as a character. Now, I hate to always bring up character development, but it is one of the most important aspects of an anime, and Vegeta develops as a character. Like I said, in the beginning, he goes from being a bad guy to being a good guy, to being a bad guy again, to being a good guy. Like, you get to see moment or arc to arc how Vegeta develops. You know, he gains Trunks, and you get to see his paternal instincts come out. You know, you get to see how he cares for his family. There are certain times where you get to see how he cares for Bulma. You don't get to see it as often, but he cares for Bulma. You get to see when Beerus hits Bulma and Vegeta freaks out. Like, you get you get some of that with Goku, but like not nearly to the extent that you get with Vegeta. Like Goku really doesn't develop at all. Like so maybe that too, maybe that's to Goku's credit where he's just the same person, where his values are always good, so he's always a good guy, so he never transitions to being a bad guy or nothing like that. But Vegeta does, and that makes him way more relatable than Goku, because we're not all always the same person. Like, I'm not always the same person. I'm a different person around different groups of people. And Vegeta gives you that. Also, it doesn't hurt that Vegeta has two of the most emotional moments in the entire show. You know, when he blows himself up to try to kill Boo, and he gives that heartfelt soliloquy about how he loves his family and how he loves Trunks and how being around the humans has softened him up. Like, come on, I couldn't be the only one who cried about that. Like, I know I'm not the only one. I know it. Admit it. Admit it, you guys. You cried too. And also, when he's fighting Kid Buu, when Goku has to power up his spirit bomb and he's fighting Kid Buu, and Kid Buu is just beating the crap out of him. And he has a little inner monologue about how Goku's better than him. And for Vegeta, that took a lot to admit. But he says how Vegeta's better than him, and how Goku's better than him, and about how Goku's beaten him, and that he'll never catch up to Goku. Like, again, for a character like Vegeta, who's built off being egotistical, who's built off showing all that bravado, like, that's a big development. After all that, so all those reasons you add them up, Vegeta's just a better character. Like, I don't see how you can really argue with that much. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Goku, and Goku has his merits. But through all those things that was talked about, and there's more, but if you take into account all those things, Vegeta is simply a better character. You know, he makes the storyline better. He adds more to the story than Goku does. Goku is just simply the main character, but he's not the most interesting character. And those are my 5 reasons. So, if you like the video, please like it. If you disagree, think I'm stupid, want to be a hater, the comment section is down there. Let me know. I might reply. We can have a little friendly discussion about, whether you think Goku is better, and we can go back and forth. I'm welcome to criticism. Bring it on. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching my video. I'll catch you guys later. All the people saying